Getting a perfect sear on a fillet of salmon is tricky for a home cook. It curls up, it overcooks, and you're just left with an empty stomach. Hi, my name is Kirsten. I'm a culinary major, and I'm doing a demonstration on how to perfectly sear a piece of skin on salmon for my FCED class. I'm currently a senior in college, and I would love to share the knowledge that I've gotten from culinary school to show you guys how to always succeed in the kitchen. Before you cook your piece of salmon, you want to make sure to take it out and defrost it if it's frozen, and if it's cold in the fridge, you want to take it out and bring it up to room temp. This will ensure that the salmon will cook evenly and the skin will remain crisp. Some nutritional facts are as follows. For one salmon fillet, it is 280 calories. It's 1 gram of carbs, 15 grams of fat, and 36 grams of protein. A serving size is 1 fillet, and this will account for about 16% of the average person's diet. For about 1 fillet, it will cost you about $10 depending on the variety of salmon and if it's fresh or frozen. Okay, now we peel it. So the first part of the process is to make sure that everything is prepared, or as we like to call it, mise en place. You want to make sure that all of your ingredients are measured out and ready to set yourself up for success. What's most important for you guys is the salt and the pepper, these two. Now with the other stuff, you can get creative. It's very versatile protein. So today I'm going to be doing a soy honey balsamic with sesame seeds, but at home you can do lemon garlic, you can do soy garlic, you can do whatever you like. It's just as versatile as a piece of chicken. So here we go. For thinner fillets, you want to make sure that you do 1 slit down the middle, so it doesn't completely break apart. You want to make sure you pat dry the salmon on both sides after you defrost. So dry the board. Dry the back especially. You want it dry. Dry. So the next step is to season the fish. So I'm going to go with this simple salt and pepper. Again, you can season it however you'd like, but because I'm making a sauce, this is going to be simple. So okay, so the next step is to heat the skillet. Now for the skillet, you can use a non-stick, a stainless steel, and or cast iron. It really just depends on what you're comfortable with. But for this piece of salmon, I'm going to use a non-stick pan. So you want to heat that, and when it's hot, you want to add the oil. Do not, I repeat, I do not add the oil to a cold pan. Wait until it's hot, be patient, and then add your oil. Once the pan is hot and you have it on about medium-high heat, you want to add your oil of choice. You can use vegetable oil, just make sure you use something that's not super low temp, like an olive oil. You can use olive oil, but you have to be really careful and cook it really low. But right now I'm going to use vegetable oil. I'm just going to add about 2 capfuls to your pan. And make sure it's coated. So now you're gonna go in with the salmon. That's our next step. So like I said, away from you, bend down, and you wanna hold it because it's gonna try to shrink up. Once you place your salmon in, you want to make sure that you leave it alone. You want to make sure to be patient so that the skin really gets time to crisp up. If you keep messing around with it, it just won't get that beautiful golden brown color that you want. You want to flip this after about 3 minutes. You can see it turning color. It's cooked about halfway. And we also want to finish it when we get this soft. So I'm going to take my fish spatula and I'm going to slide it under there. It's gonna pop and flip. Now I'm about to make the butter sauce. This is gonna cool the pan down, adding cold butter to it. As you can see, it's super hot. We got a nice crisp color on the salmon, so we want to bring that down and cook the rest of it pretty slow. This is gonna immediately make a brown butter sauce. About 3 tablespoons, and you want to throw your crushed garlic that we had from earlier. So once the butter melts, you want to get the garlic in the pool of butter and baste the salmon. This is going to help it cook evenly and also just give it that garlicky flavor from the butter and the garlic. So whenever you're doing this and you want to make a pan sauce, you can add everything straight to the pan. So I'm going to go in with some soy sauce and some honey. And I'm just going to heat that up right in the pan. Now you want to make sure that you let this reduce and thicken up. It's going to season the salmon, and as you can see, it's already getting thicker. And again, just basting it. Okay, so now I'm going to add some cold butter in here just to thicken up our sauce. As you can see, it's getting darker. So you're going to want to emulsify that. So now I'm just going to remove it. You can drain this on a paper towel or just on a plate. I have a sauce, so I'm going to keep it on the plate. No paper towel. So now after you plate, you can add some sesame seeds. So some people like theirs fully cooked, some people don't. I like mine's a nice medium well. You can see it's cooked perfectly how I like it. Oh yeah. So now we taste. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. After enjoying your beautifully cooked piece of salmon, just remember these 3 takeaways. To always cook with room temp fish, score your fish, and start with a hot pan and hot oil. And always have fun in the kitchen.